G'day guys. Well, we are back out bush and guess what? It's been raining. Hopefully it's not going to do that today. The sky's looking a little bit ominous, but Mr. Weatherman said it's not going to rain. Don't know if I believe him, but yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. Out for a couple of hours, and can you hear it? Running water. Yes, I'm in a little creek with running water, which is quite the novelty. They don't concentrate as good as the constant flowing creeks, but anyway, I have got gold out of this little hole here behind me before. So I'm not going to bother test panning, I'm just going to shovel it out, classify it off, and I'm going to run it through the modified river sluice. Yes, how cool is that? So I thought, why not? I come out for a couple of hours, keep going until my back packs it in basically, and see if I can get some gold. So yeah, you never go home disappointed when you come out panning or do a little bit of sluicing, because you're always going to get some gold in the creeks. Might not be as much as what you could get with a detector, but you will get something. But if you treat it as just a day out, if you get some color, it's a bonus. But you've just had a great time out on the creek. Anyway guys, I'm gonna give you a quick look of where I'm going to dig, and yeah, we'll get classifying, get stuck into it. Hopefully get a little bit of gold. Nice little smile in the pan would be nice. It's been ages since I've done any of this. Rightio, so we've got some bedrock here. It's pretty much going the wrong direction, but it will lock up in these little places here. I got my yabby pump, didn't bring a crevicing tool, so that's a bit silly. I have actually pulled some of these rocks out before in the past, but I did put them back, so no one would think, yep, someone's been digging there. Yeah, we've got a nice little waterfall, little plunge pool. But up in the back of that, you can actually see some pretty nice looking gravels. Look at that in under there. Some nice gravels all packed in under there. So yeah, I'll sort of dig around this tree root, dig down there, and hopefully we'll get a bit of gold from there, because I have in the past. So no test panning required. And I don't care even if I just get a tiny little smile. 0.1, that'd be nice. That could be our target. So if we can do any better than 0.1, we'll be laughing. But yeah, this old timers digging's all up there. This creek looks like it's been surfaced to a degree. Yeah, with quite a few wash piles. Rightio, to the weapon of choice today, the old modified river sluice. So yes, this is a gold rat item where I've just sort of modified it. The spray bars, that's one of the gold thingy's old spray bars. I just folded up a bit of aluminium and put it in the back there. So to block him off. So when water is not flowing in the creek, because this wouldn't be enough water to run a river sluice, yeah, you can just run it off a pump. It's a 3,500 gallon bilge pump down there. Yeah, as you can see, she's flowing, but that's not really enough to run a river sluice. So all's good when you got a pump and a modified job. Anyway, let's get classifying and get stuck into it. Yeah, I'm trying to get into that pool, but there's bloody tree roots in there. You can see them all sticking outside here to stop me. But there's in under those rocks there, up just on water line, there's a gravel line sitting on some clay. So it's probably an old surface of the creek bed. A bit more there, you can see the clay and a bit of gravel sitting on top. So that might be an old level. So I'll have a crack at that too. Whew, it's hard work. I've hardly got anything out. Thing is, you don't always have to take what's on the bottom. Like, there could be different levels over periods of thousands of years where it's been laid down, and yeah, that might have been the creek bed at one stage. Just because it's up there doesn't mean it doesn't have gold. All right, because I'm digging on a different level, I'll do a test pan. Righto, so we're going to test this. Open up a nice little pay layer. Goes the police driving through. There was burnt out car up the road, so oh goody, they stopped. Probably coming down, what are you doing? Anyway, they stopped. Backed up. Oh, now they're seeing I'm gold panning. They're driving off. It was pretty funny when I was driving in, I sort of took a wrong turn, went over, had to hang a U-ey because I ran out of road, and there's a burnt car there. There's a lady at the burnt car, I guess she's called the cops. I've gone in, sort of backed around, but you could sort of see her standing there going, holding her phone like this. I'm sure she was filming me driving through the bush down a dirt road. But yeah, it just looked pretty funny. She's looking straight at me, holding the phone up like this. Not sort of being too inconspicuous, but yeah, just holding it up like this. Now the cops are driven through. I guess she called the cops. But obviously they've seen I'm just gold panning, not burning cars, so well, it's good. Anyway, back to it. Alrighty, washy time. I think this is fairly deep. Haven't used this classifier in ages. Don't seem to tend to use it anymore. I like the baskets. And at the substay, you will have the chance of winning a couple of baskets. I sort of borrowed James's design, James Prospecting. I'm just borrowing it, mate. I'm not selling them, just borrowing your design. Just for a couple extra different sort of prizes. Can't have the same olds, but I do have the same olds. I've just got to finish them because, yeah, from when you see this, we're 1 week out. Oh yeah, and you'll be out there with 100 of your favourite little friends too. Yeah, quite the turnout. So yeah, a little bit stressful. So I have to sort of get about 200 sausages on the go. See up under there, it's nice looking gravels. Righto, as it starts spitting rain a little bit, it was actually sunny before. Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see them, but about there is about a dozen micro poops. So yeah, I think I'd have to get the other camera out to be able to see those. But anyway, there is gold there. It's just tiny. That is like flour. So not awesome, but there is gold there. Alrighty, so I've pretty much got a basket full here. So I'll classify this one down. And we'll get another one. I want to get a couple of buckets on the go, so we can have a decent little run. Well, now I can see why I like swinging the detector more. This is hard work. So basically I've done 5 baskets. That's got me a full bucket, and yeah, a bit in the bottom of the tub from the last basket load. So now for the relaxing part. This is where you need a beer. Now, it's 11:15. I suppose you could have a beer this time of day, especially if you're camping. We're not camping though. We've got to drive home, unfortunately. But anyway, not that I'm very far out of town. So, okie dokie, let's get this thing fired up and start running this material. Hoping we see a nice little picker. One picker, 0.1. I think I'd be very happy. 0.05, I'd still be very happy. The weather's sort of just patchy cloud now with a bit of sun coming out, so definitely not hot, but it's definitely not cold. So okie dokie, let's get this thing going so we can get ourselves some gold. About a third of it, looking all right. I haven't really taken a bit of a sneak peek yet. I'd like to. Yeah, we'll run it all. We'll see how we go. But at least this is a lot better on the back. My back was starting to get a little bit angry doing what we were doing before. So doing all the classifying. It is a good way to run a sluice, I tell you. Beats panning, I think. And being that it's classified down, you're going to break all those clays down really well. I think you would get a bit of loss through a high banker because you can never replicate those pans when you do test panning to high banking. But with a river sluice, after you've classified it, I reckon you're going to get just as good as panning because it is all nicely broken down. The old dream mat, she catches gold pretty well, so hopefully we've got a nice little bit of colour here at the end. Anyway, carry on. Ooh, actually, before we carry on, don't forget the substay. I did mention it earlier. Yes, when you see this, it'll be like 1 week away. So it's getting very, very close. Still not too late to head along. So if you want to head along, go back a few videos, find the big thumbnail, the big gold one. There is a link in that to a Google form. Fill that out and I'll email all the details. Yeah, should be good. Hopefully the weather is kind. I don't break any droughts because I'm a bit of a drought breaker. We've had it rain a fair few times, but should be a good venue. Lots to do for everyone. There's pipe clay, there's little creeks, big creeks, a dam, you can high bank, you can detect, and your monsters will work perfectly fine. Anyway, back to it. Rightio, so there we go. Gravel's run. I haven't had a look in the box yet. had a few water issues. I think I was too close to the end of the sluice and all my gravels went down and made me pool a bit shallow, I think, and made the pump sort of suck a bit of air. I moved it up to here, but obviously this creek is flowing less than 3,500 gallons a minute. So that stopped. So then I had to move it further down. So at least I'm recycling my water. But yeah, it was nice, it was cleaner over there. So I'm a bit more murky where it was. So yeah, the water is a bit cloudy, but all good. Anyway, we'll have a quick look in the box, but I'm not so sure we'll be able to see anything because yeah, she's not so clean, the water. She's a bit muddy. But anyway, let's have a look. Rightio, so that's pretty murky. I don't think we're gonna see too much in there. But up an indicator mat, I can see some, you probably can't. It's pretty small, but yeah, it's a bit of flowery going on in there, so we have got gold. Anyway, I'm not gonna be lazy. I'm gonna do another, I don't know if I'll do a whole bucket, maybe half a bucket, just to get a little bit more through, but yeah, the back sort of starts screaming a bit and I get a little bit unenthused. Let's get another half a bucket in there and we'll see what we can come up with. Alrighty, so where I initially got me material from is that little waterfall just up there. But yeah, we've got some bedrock. It's sort of going the wrong direction, but hey, that's okay. We found a nice little pocket, that one just there. And it was actually quite deep. So I basically yabby pumped out of that. We've got about 1/3 of a tub of material, but yeah, being that that is, and it was a bit smelly, the material I was pulling out. So it's been there a while, so it's got a bit of decomposing matter in there to make it a bit smelly. But yeah, anyway, it's over there at the old modified river sluice. So let's get cracking and hopefully this will have a nice little picker for us. Hopefully we can see it in the indicator mat at the end. It's always nice. Well, this wind is going to test the mic out, so hopefully it's not too wind noisy. If it's not, well, the mic and this little muff is doing very well. Anyway, it's shout out time. Now, Sam from Detectable, when he sent me the email to come to the substation, he said, give me a shout out, and I know why. He's on 985 subscribers, and I believe when he hits 1,000, he's actually gonna have a nugget draw. So if you wanna be in his gold nugget draw, I hope I'm saying the right thing here, Sam, but anyway, yes, he's a very generous bloke, and he's gonna have a nugget draw. And I'll tell you what, the size of it, it does not look small. So he needs 15 subscribers, and I believe he'll be having this draw. So correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but yeah, jump across, give him a like, share and subscribe to him, and watch out for his nugget draw coming up. He only needs 15 more. Alrighty guys, let's get him to 1,000. Well, there we go, guys. I think that's about all I'm going to run. So I might do a bit of a clean out and see what we have got in the box. But yeah, I've got a lot to do still before the subs day. So I best get home and get cracking on that. But anyway, we'll get this cleaned out first. We'll have a bit of a rough reveal. And if I've got enough to weigh, we'll do the weigh up at home. But if I've just got like a nice little smile and it doesn't look like it's really going to weigh a great deal, we won't worry about it. And we'll just say good times out bush. Anyway, guys, I am going to clean this out now and yeah, see if I've got a little golden grin, just a little one. Alrighty, got our cons in our little mini pan. I do like to keep me cons to rerun. So I'm going to take it home, put it in a little bucket, and you can run it through like the mini high banker, the micro high banker, a little 4-inch. Let's see what you got end of the year. But yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of high banking, so I haven't got a whole lot of cons. One year I did it, ran my cons, had another 0.3, just in the stuff that I'd panned out on the creek. So always a good thing to keep your cons too. Oh, I've got a couple of bits, there we go. Little old mate there, there he is. No, it's bugger all really, but that's all right. I could have got my erosion gutter I could have got my erosion gutter gravel and got a whole lot more than this, but there's only so many times you can do that too. I don't think I'll be putting this on the scales. Don't think it's going to weigh much. No pickers. Not really even a sticker. Ah, look, we got a little tiny bit. Oh, can you see it? It's pretty tiny. Anyway, all good. I've had a great morning out on the creek, and that's what I was wanting, so all's good in the end. Well, I don't think I'm going to put that on the scales. Look, don't think we even got a grin. We might got a little golden smirk but that's all right. All good. Anyway, I've got to sort of get working on some more substay prizes for the raffle. I run a raffle. The raffle goes back into running the next event. It actually costs me quite a lot of money to make the raffle prizes, but also, yeah, I'll hire a toilet and all that sort of bits and pieces. So, and I put on the free sausage sizzle. So bring $5 at least. Get one ticket, that would be very nice, because yeah, $5 a ticket. You go in the draw to win multi-sluice, hammer mill, classifying baskets, dolly pots, yubby pumps, all kinds of things. So have plenty of prizes, hopefully for lots of lucky punters. But anyway, guys, that is it for my day on the creek, well, morning on the creek. It's been great. I've had my little goal fix. It's been excellent actually getting out here. So good times. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the episode, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It does help the channel. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.